Thank you for returning to Noche Luna 777. I am your girl Leash, and I am back with another downloaded message that I'm going to end up pulling some more cards on. I started off with the self care wisdom cards by Cheryl Richardson and pulled some clarifiers, energy clarifiers from the Oracle of Seven Energies by Colette Van Reed. If anybody is interested, I will post the links to the cards below. I'm trying something new, being that the collective is very inquisitive, likes to do their research, and are potentially, possibly other tarot readers or those who like to dibble and dabble in divination. So this message actually started out over the weekend, and it was building up, and that's no pun intended. Um, I knew there was a message, something that was trying to form itself and ground itself in my reality. I'm always tapping in and trying to understand what source is trying to show me, what lessons I'm learning, what are my experiences doing to shape my thought process and my reality. Um, Always thinking about my next move, right? So it came to me yesterday, the architect. That's all I heard. And I said, okay, Spirit, the architect. Like what? Like building out, building out your reality. So I think that's what I'm going to name this reading. And when I chose the self care oracle deck to get clarification on it, we got two cards that popped out. We got sovereign and we got security. Very, very, very important themes for the collective. These have been two staple lessons within your life. This idea of trusting yourself, of needing outside reassurance, needing approval from those around you, and then also security. There's been a lack of security within the collective's lifetime um, up until this point, right? Or if you're struggling with those two, stick around as well, because I'm definitely going to dive deep and give you a roadmap on how to take the initiative in reclaiming your sovereignty and have a more holistic ideal of what security actually truly means. So, without further ado, we're going to get into the prayer. Divine Mother and Father of the highest frequency of love and authenticity, guide me and surround me in your protection. Allow my guides to assist me in this reading. May it be clear, may it be true, may it be understood in love, and may it bring peace, and so it is. Ashe. Okay, so I took some notes. Becoming sovereign and recognizing the meaning of security is changing. This is very important for us in this time. As I stated earlier, material gain and security are not synonymous anymore. Money alone does not equal security. For a lot of us, we have been chasing the bag. We've been conditioned to chase the bag, right? We are always bombarded with these ideas that money solves all problems. And while it solves a lot of problems, money doesn't always necessarily flow towards individuals in the collective if they are unstable within their I'm hearing in their chakra system. So if there's an instability, there is a stagnancy or a hemorrhaging of money. But that's a very specific download that's coming in right now, and I'm feeling it a lot in the heart. I'm getting a lot of discomfort in the heart area, um, because it's an emotional thing. It's an emotional thing to not feel secure or feel like you're always one step behind or security is out of reach. So, past themes of financial security was the foundation of the focus for us in the collective. Again, chasing the bag. This whole time, the hustle was backwards, is what I downloaded. Security is having time, space, energy, personal power, and love. The money is following this application of this new formula. So a lot of us in the collective have chased the bag to no end. And some of us may have very well have been successful and have been up in certain points of our lives. But then it's like the security never sticks around. The financial security, it always gets snatched away. And if this has been part of your experience, collective, take stock in how you felt when the abundance was there, when you had the money, when you were sure of the money, and what it could have been a job opportunity that paid way more than you had initially set as a bar in your mind for what you wanted to make. And think about how you felt when the first check hit your bank account. Were you nervous as fuck? Like, damn, this is more money than I've received in one time from a job. Like, what am I supposed to do with it? Where do I need to put it? Do I need to save it? Do I need to hoard it? Am I spending freely? Am I feeling guilty about spending what I want because I've never been in this position where I can just spend and not think about what's left in my bank account and if it's enough to pay my bills and take care of my life? So, with that being said, right, we've gone through the motions of that. We've lived that experience probably more than once, right? And we just continue to loop in this cycle of being up then being down, being up then being down as far as financially, and never really taking the time to take stock in what it means to be secure. Or maybe for some of you in the collective, you've always been financially stable, but you had to work so hard for it and you had to sacrifice so much time. You had to sacrifice space. You had to sacrifice energy. You had to sacrifice personal power. Some of y'all had to sacrifice love in order to have that financial security that you craved and that you just thought that your life would just crumble and be non existent if you did not have the money. There is so much personal power and trust in loving yourself. There may be divinely sent confirmations of how amazing you truly are. This is a reminder. These are reminders that you are putting in the work to nurture this improved version of you. Congratulations. A couple of videos back, I spoke about timelines. Let me see if I can go back to my notes because I really don't remember what the hell I channeled. And a lot of readers will tell you the same thing. Like when we're in flow state, it's just divine, just coming through. And a lot of things are not really remembered. But long story short, we've been doing the fucking work, collective. We've been, whatever you've been doing, and now you're understanding that money isn't shit if you don't have the time to spend with yourself, with your loved ones. If you cannot own your time, what is the money? What good does the money do for you? And what about space? Some of us have grown up in hoarding environments where we didn't have space, or we've grown up in environments and situations where we didn't have our own personal space. Maybe it wasn't a hoarding situation. Maybe you always had to share a room, or maybe you lived in a very tiny enclosed space with your family for so long. Or maybe you're going through that right now where you may be in a situation where you would like to live on your own, but you're just not there yet. And this is what all of that sacrifice was for, of your time, was to finally move out, right? The energy aspect of it. If you have no vitality, what is the financial security going to give you? A more comfortable bed to always, be bound to? It just doesn't make any sense. Personal power. How many of us have given it away? How many people? And this is going back to being bombarded with the image that money solves all the problems. Now we are in a time, in the age of Aquarius, where we are seeing how much personal power these figures that have been propped up in front of our faces to sell us these dreams, how much personal power they've had to give away to be paraded to the masses as the things that we need to aspire to become. How much dignity have individuals lost as a whole, as a society, just to show the rest of us that it all doesn't matter as long as you have money and you have the security that comes from being wealthy. And the love aspect. What is financial security if you don't know true love? The divine creator's love from your family, love from your friends, and most importantly, love for yourself. True, deep, unwavering love for yourself. Even the parts that you were ashamed of or you disliked about yourself. Collective, if you haven't been working on loving the unlovable parts of yourself, I highly suggest that you do, because there's going to be a shift in the way that you see yourself, in the way that you show up, in the way that other people see you, and also in the caliber of love that you attract in your life. You will start to see, you will start to notice that you begin to attract more quality partners. People are reflecting back to you the God in you instead of the devil in you. I don't really believe in the devil, but you know what I mean. Like just a freaking pain in the ass. Okay, so here are some side effects. If you're not sure, then I'm going to give you some side effects of this new improved version of you. And if you are sure, then this is confirmation. So a lot of us have been feeling increased motivation, deeper rest, a decreased sense of guilt. We are more present. You are able to observe your flow states from a higher perspective. Like you know what it looks like, and you know how to put yourself in flow state more often, especially when you have tasks that you need to complete. There is a lessening of a scatterbrain mindset or a unorganized way of doing things. And last but not least, a new awareness of your body. So if you are not active, meaning you're not moving your body, you're not exercising, I highly, highly, highly suggest that you do begin to start moving your body. There's going to be a new sense of awareness of how your body moves. And if you've been struggling, I'm going to bend down to turn off my little space heater here. I'm getting hot. And excuse the noise if there was noise in the background. So what was I saying now? Yeah, you're going to start noticing how everything is truly connected. If you are or have been struggling with chronic pain in a certain area, you are now going to start to become more aware of what are the triggers of these uncomfortable feelings in your body. Also, you're going to be able to map the origin of where the pain is coming from. A lot of times, when we have pain in our body, it's not usually originating from there. It's usually coming down a chain of nerves, muscles, skeletal, or fascial lines. But I'll link some if you want to get more into that and learn how to kind of figure out how to reduce or even eliminate pain in your body. I will post some links for some somatic body like workers and people that are really knowledgeable in different areas of the body and how those areas can affect other parts of the body. So I'll post the some references as I'm led to for this specific collective that'll be looking into that area. But okay, so I think I wrapped up everything that I got from the self-care wisdom cards. And so we're going to tie this all back together to what the architect is about. So with this new improved version of you, you're really stepping into building out your reality. You are the architect of your life. You are a world builder, and you have the ability to manipulate time space around you so that you can see the reality in your mind come to fruition. And this is all for the greater good, right? You are a sovereign and secure being that's divinely made. So anything that you work on and you improve has a ripple effect in the people in the world around you. So pat yourself on the back. This is a very important mission that you have here, right? So go figure. The journey has not been very easy. If you want to be an architect, you got to go to school for a very long time, right? So not a very long time, but it's very time intensive, and it's a lot about trial and error and starting over and starting over and starting over until you figure it out, until you know it like the back of your hand, until you can do it in your sleep. Okay, so the clarifiers came from the Oracle of the Seven Energies, and what came out for sovereignty or sovereign is the Oracle's gift. And this card is basically doubling down on the message that instead of looking outwards and constantly looking for outside validation, and that also is outside validation from the divine creator. You're stepping into the knowing and the trusting of yourself, the trusting of your gut, the trusting of your intuition, because you have worked this muscle, you have played around with um, the idea of confirmations. And when I say play, I don't mean it in a derogatory term. I just mean like you've co-created with the divine for some time now. So now that you've tested the waters so many times and you know what you know to be true, now you have, instead of looking for an oracle, now you have become the oracle, which is beautiful because the sovereign card has a crown on it. So this is also like for me, it's like the initiation. The initiate has become the initiated now. Yeah, beautiful message. So for security, the clarifier that came out was close encounters. So with this card, it's very interesting because close encounters is not really, you wouldn't think that security and close encounters would go together, but in a lot of sense it does. In the card, I'm picking up that there have been people along the way that have been catalysts for you, that have taught you the true essence of security in different ways. So it's one of your teachers may have been somebody who has challenged your idea of security, right? Or have put you in situations where it had a negative effect and caused you to feel like there is a lack of security, and working through that and healing that and forgiving, that dynamic or that thought process, excuse me, that's confirmation, was important. Also, you may have experienced someone or something or a situation where it's inspired you. So the close encounters here, okay, I'm getting the message now. So the close encounters have been the experiences that you have gone through, the people that you have met, the places that you have been, also the dreams that you have had. You may have had some messaging through dreams. You may have had visions through dreams. In particular, for me, I very often dream of a particular home setting, and it's my home. So I've had several dreams so far in this particular home, um, and it has driven me to look at my life in a way where I know that there are things that are possible, because it's not something that I was like meditating on or lusting after in a way where it would like bury itself in my subconscious and cause me to dream about it. It's like, no, it's like, this is your home. Like I just knew it instantaneously when I arrived there. Actually, the first dream that I had, I was shopping for a home, and I chose that particular place, and then I just pop in from time to time. I go back to my home when I go to sleep, but that's neither here nor there. Yeah. So, and then they keep wanting me to talk about the close encounters with love, but I'm trying to go down the list, right? With energy, you may have um you may have had a close encounter, like you may have gotten injured, or you may have had a near death experience that caused you to look at life and how you are showing up, and maybe how you're taking care of your body or something like that. You may have had like a diagnosis of like pre-diabetic, or maybe you're expecting a baby and they tell you you have preeclampsia or gestational diabetes, and it's really had an effect on your energy, and it caused you to wake up, like take care of your health kind of thing. For the personal power, the close encounters, um, very cut and dry. You may have been in situations most recently where your personal power was tested, and maybe you are a reformed crash out, and you were able to see, the situation unfolding in a way that you were still able to keep your composure because you knew what it was, like you knew what was happening, and you knew that in the moment whoever it was that was challenging your personal power was acting like an agent, and it was just like, no, like, we're not going to do this. Like, I know that if I crash out on you, this is going to happen, and then that's going to happen, and then this is going to happen. And you know what? I'm choosing a different path because I am no longer entertaining the fuck shit, you know? So, okay, we're going to do it. The close encounters with love. The close encounters with love. Ugh. You know, this is what we love to talk about. Love. 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 You know, some of you may have had several close encounters that have inspired you, that have taught you lessons, that have taught you what you want, taught you what you need, taught you what you love, taught you what you don't love, taught you what you don't want, right? And then some of you may have had just one close encounter with somebody that you just knew stirred your heart in a way, right? And maybe you've never felt like this for this particular person before. And maybe it was one-sided. Maybe the person didn't even know that they were inspiring you in this particular way. Or maybe they did know, and maybe it wasn't one-sided, but maybe it just couldn't continue. Or you could be in the relationship with the person now, or the person is on their way where, you know, this close encounter is going to reinvigorate and inspire a new sense of security when it comes to love. It's not going to be butterflies. It's not going to be full of drama. It's not going to feel anxious. It's not going to feel tense. It's just going to be amazing. And you know why it's going to be amazing? It's going to be amazing because you know who the fuck you are. You know what you bring to the table. You know what you want. You know what you don't want. And you know that at any point in time, because you have the personal power, you know that at any point in time, the situation is not serving you anymore, that you can choose something different. How amazing is that? We can always change our minds, which for a lot of people who have not done the work seems terrifying. Change your mind. What do you mean change your mind? Yeah, change my mind. You know why I can change my mind? Because if it's no longer serving me and it's no longer making me feel good, then I gotta go. And you should want to go too, collective. Like, there should be no reason why you can't be treated with dignity and respect if you are leading with dignity and respect. There's no reason why you cannot experience love and affection if you are leading in love and affection. You know, everybody has a choice. You have a choice on how you want to show up. And this is not in a sense of like perform for me, impress me, always be the perfect mate. No, not at all. But we can communicate. We could talk about where we're at emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually. If we can't talk and understand each other, and if we're not able to be 100% transparent about what we're going through and how we're feeling in the moment, then is it really love? Just some food for thought. But we're going to move on to the last part of this recording. I really am convinced that there are some spiritual guides that are surrounding us at this time and are giving us a little extra umph. So right now I am going to go to the Keepers of the Light Oracle deck and kindly and humbly ask that those that are surrounding us and have assisted us in our journey to sovereignty and true holistic security reveal themselves for the closing message. And I'm going to read from the book and also provide a resource if the spirit guides, the Keepers of the Light guides that reveal themselves are resonating with you. Because maybe the lore may have something, the lore of, you know, whatever guide that comes out has something that inspires you or gives you further confirmation of where you're at in this journey and just give you comfort that you are coming home to yourself. You know, this is what this channel is about. This is about me helping, me assisting you on your way back home to yourself, because it's such a beautiful journey. It's scary, it's wild, it's dynamic, it's difficult at times, but it's also beautiful, it's poetic, it's invigorating, it's inspiring. Wow, that's a lot. That's a lot. Thank you. Wow. Archangel Michael, Ashe, the OG protector. His card says, trust in heaven, you are safe. Angels stand close. Surrender your concerns and allow a miracle to occur. Ashe. And we got El Mariah, awakening presence. The universe is with you. Wear a cloak of protection and love. Ashe. So I'm going to go into the book and get the breakdown for each, and then we will close out this message. Archangel Michael is very important to my family. A lot of my family members have an Archangel Michael either picture or some sort of amulet over the threshold of their doors for their homes, and also in their vehicles as well. So for Archangel Michael to come out, and I've definitely worked with Archangel Michael a lot in the past, especially in the beginning of my journey when it was really scary, and when you're not really attuned to calibrating and protecting your energy. Archangel Michael is a very, very strong, encompassing shield of protection. There's something about when you call on him to protect you in moments where you are scared, or you may feel the energy off, or you may be having an attack from an entity that you're just not sure of. Man, does he come through. Man, does he come through. Come through with that sword. Okay, it says Archangel Michael is one of the 4 major archangels in the Abrahamic religions. His twin flame is faith. Archangel is also a twin flame. What do you know? He is loved all over the world because he is the patron saint of protection. He wields a bright sword of light to help us detach from dramas, challenges, or fears. His name means he who is like God, and his fiery presence helps awaken our leadership skills and reminds us that we have the capacity to connect with heaven. If challenges are present in your life, call on Michael to bring his sword of light to energetically disconnect you from what's no longer serving you. Your angel team is with you now. You are not in this alone. You may be feeling sensitive or overwhelmed, but your angels are inviting you to take a step back. Ooh, confirmation again. So that they can come in and share the light of miracles. You may feel that your prayers aren't heard, but that doubt blocks solutions from entering your life. Know that Archangel Michael and his legion of angels are here to help clear anything that's not serving you, so that you can allow in the miracles of change that you deserve. Ashe. Thank you for that, Archangel Michael. And El Mariah is El Mariah is a spiritual name that was given to protect the identity of Ranbir Singh, a spiritually aware man born into a powerful family that ruled Kashmir, a region in the Indian subcontinent in the 19th century. It is said that he interceded both spiritually and physically to stop the British invasion of the region in 1845. This wise soul is now able to help us remove any energy from our life that is not serving our connection to God. He is a wonderful guide to call on if we are unsure if something is real or not. He helps awaken our I am presence, which is our truest connection to our soul and to the universe itself. Spiritual connection is important at this time. Ensure that you are cleansing your energy before putting on protection. El Mariah is here with a legion of angels to help you understand where you are at now. Fire up your divine connection and detach from dramas, people, places, and emotions that no longer serve you. Remember that within you there is a mighty soul light. Allow that light to shine through your entire being. Then call on El Mariah and his angels to surround you in a light that will that will keep you safe. Also, know that facing fears and seeing the truth will strengthen your connection to the universal life source. This was beautiful. Collective, I truly hope that you enjoyed this message and that it gave you a sense of peace in your journey. It has not been easy, and I'm right along with you in learning and just trying every day to get it right. And I send you lots of peace and love. And until next time.